Black Power. I want to start by honoring another great life that transitioned this past week. Demarco Rankin, a young brother who reports that we are getting was killed by another brother. We are told it started with an argument at a local store. He was followed to the location where he was killed. And, another life gone behind what some people saying was bullshit, And quite often folks fuss at us or, criticize us saying we don't deal with the internal conflicts we have amongst our own people. But the reality is daily we are out here de-escalating, defusing, resolving, reconciling multiple issues between many of us, ourselves included, because we still bump heads with folks. But most definitely we are out here. But there's very few of us. And when I say us, I don't even just mean those of us who are actively out here doing it, because we do have OGs, we got grannies, aunties, other folks out here in the community who just still don't tolerate the BS and daily, but we still obviously need more support. But on the opposite end, we also know that there is a driving force that keeps the guns and hostilities and tensions and provoke, agitate, instigate situations within our community. And that's where multiple sources of information evidence have shown that the state has an interest in our self-destruction and keeping us at odds with each other. The article we shared last week about the ATF now exposing police for selling weapons, but that goes way back. But hopefully more y'all will take heed and put into perspective what is happening. Again, we do have situations, my life, I've seen too many people get killed behind bullshit. I've seen several others get shot at, get shot, stabbed, all types of situations. I done got shot at behind bullshit. Sometimes people who was intentionally trying to shoot at me, sometimes just because standing next to somebody they was shooting at, or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But, many of us have been in these situations, so we know we have work within ourselves amongst each other that has to happen. But again, it's the driving force that keeps this madness going that we also have to, work together to overcome. As for the gentrification, a sister, Joti, came to the Break Bread program last Sunday and shared with us the gang injunctions we've been talking about since January actually began in the jungles last March. 15 brothers, I'm not sure if they were sisters also, but 15 people over in the jungles were kidnapped. And at this point, some of them have been released. One of the brothers in particular, Michael BODDIE, a lot of folks over there are really standing up to support him because the police have him on their file as a gang member. But part of his elevation, part of his growing up, he has taken on the responsibility of taking in the youngsters over there, teaching them, redirecting their energies in productive ways. But again, that is the true threat to the state when we get out here and do stuff that is progressive for our people, because they don't want us to progress. Work a good job, be a great entertainer, but collectively, the elevation of all of our people is what they don't want. And when you do that work, you become a target. And that's what a lot of his supporters are now pointing out. He's been a target of ongoing terrorism by the LAPD, continuous harassment. So most definitely any of you who are in that area or aware others, brother, most definitely step up to help support. As far as the prison slavery, it came out that one scientist in particular is now responsible for 23,000 or 20 plus thousand cases being overturned because she had a lie. She intentionally contaminated folks' tests, but she did a lot of stuff. And that's just one scientist. And you constantly got a lot of brothers that we see sooner or later who are wrongfully convicted. So again, that shows this modern prison plantation, this modern prison slavery is very real. And where too many of our people, again, they look at isolated incidences, people they know they feel deserve to be locked up or whatever, but they don't see the overall situation, how this has been another attack on our people. Quite often, people who are targeted, sometimes people get caught up, but it needs your support. It needs your involvement to help end it. As far as the economics, we have most definitely have had to look more into that. But again, instead of just looking at how we can help our individual selves, we have looked at how we can empower many of us collectively. So we are starting programs to help our brothers and sisters who are out here become more financially independent. Honey Beans will start crochet classes. There are a lot of sisters out here, again, who have time, but they just don't have the support. They don't have the extra resources, and some don't have the know-how. But that will be a class that will be provided, supplies, everything to actually get them to where they can start being out there with products to generate additional income. Also, the Black Dot Empowerment Network began making flags, and that was scheduled to, that initially was going to be a class provided today also. However, they've been producing so many flags that they need to repair their machine now. So that class will be postponed. But again, reaching out to all who know how to sew, have sewing machines, seamstress capabilities, brothers, sisters, whatever. If you want to contract your skills, if you need additional income, most definitely get at us, because we are trying to we got 400,000 people left in LA, so we trying to get 400,000 flags produced and get them in the hands of our people. This past week, I saw brothers and sisters want them, so most definitely it's something to consider. Got to thank my brother Kevin Wharton Price of the Black Dot Empowerment Network for inspiring myself and us to get more involved with it. Got to thank my wife Aset for helping me with the skills and ability to elevate what I'm doing. Trying not to break up too much stuff in the process, but most definitely more of you who are interested, we would like to get you involved with that. Also, we are looking to bring the toothpaste back, help brothers and sisters make their own alternative toothpaste, but also another product. They can now be out there as we get more traffic in this area. Also, our sisters have been cooking. Aset, Chastity, Black Light, that's Sister Osana and her mom. Most definitely, people been loving their food. So any of you who need events to be catered, most definitely reach out to us. It's pretty much all the foods are covered. So whatever it is you want, I guarantee you these sisters can hook it up. There will be some younger people also coming with their businesses today. So I'm excited about that. They're going to get out there and do their own thing. But, we need y'all support. And we not just coming up with something to throw it out there to make some money. Again, we are most definitely taking into consideration the quality, the service, and if possible, the medicinal value, nutritional value of whatever we are putting out there. So again, if you can go pay other folks for it, you can most definitely support your own. As far as the self-governance, this week we are honoring the Almighty, the Most Great 92 LA Rebellion, 4 days in which people took over the streets, took over our communities. It spread to 22 cities. So most definitely putting out and calling on resurrecting that energy. All the great veterans of the Watt 65 of the 92 of the past few years, the actions in the streets. We need you to re-enlist now. So come on. Most definitely. We will be back out in Kamathi Park later on today in Africa Town with the Break Bread program. So come on out. You can get involved with that. Like I said, some of these other programs we got going. Yesterday, we brought back the hood marches. We went from Kamathi Park east on Vernon Avenue, through the avenues. And if you look at the videos we put up, at one point we did have a confrontation with the LAPD. They claimed when we went up 8th Avenue, one of the people over there called and said, I don't know, something was happening with us and the Bullhorn. But when we got to Arlington, they pretty much swooped on us. But, we weren't doing nothing even within their laws, outside of the law. So, they said they was going to follow us, stalk us or whatever. But by the time we got down to Western, they finally left. Just go back and take note of the situation where we were confronting the police. There is a black woman, looked like she was of a higher rank. She just basically came out trying to show concern for what was going on. Then there was a second black person, like he was riding around with the white captain, white sergeant, whatever, telling him about black culture and black life and all the inner workings of our people. Common. And then there was a third car, crazy looking white boy. You could tell he came hoping he could kill something. But then another brother got off the car he was in. He had his baton drawn already, looking to bust the heads of some of his own people. But this is the self-hate that they cultivate. This is the self-hate that they recruit. So, fortunately, yesterday it didn't get ugly. It didn't escalate. We were taking into consideration what we saw with New Era Detroit, New Era Chicago a couple of weeks ago, where the police just ran up and just, terrorized them. But, fortunately, it didn't happen yesterday. And hopefully more you will step up to help prevent that from happening. Because, again, right now it's time for all of us to be out here waking us up, organizing us, pulling us together. And that is our bottom line intention. We not looking to go out here to be terrorists, but we are not going out here to be terrorized. And that's just the reality of existing, preserving our existence. So we most definitely need more of y'all to come stand with us. Again, if you don't want to stand with us, just stand. Right now is the time to stand. Get your crew together and do what y'all need to get done. But thanking everybody who has been supporting us to this point. We are still looking for a new place to relocate. So if any of y'all know anywhere, hit me up. Another comrade has to move by next weekend. But we're going to keep doing what we're doing because we know the universe, the ancestors are guiding us, taking care of us, protecting us, and victory is ours. All power to the people.